Welcome to another chapter of our Bible series. Today, we will dive into Genesis 7. Get ready for a journey of faith, discovery, and knowledge that spans millennia, connecting the past to the present. At the beginning of this chapter, God gives Noah a clear direction: go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Noah, a man of faith and obedience, represents divine hope for humanity. Noah's righteousness is a crucial theme. He was chosen for his faithfulness and integrity. How can we apply these qualities in our own lives? The construction of the ark was a monumental project, according to the instructions given by God. Measuring 300 cubits in length, 50 cubits in width, and 30 cubits in height, this vessel was a symbol of redemption and salvation. This is approximately 150 meters long, 25 meters wide, and 15 meters high, comparable to a modern-day cargo ship. Some archaeological discoveries have suggested the possibility of a great flood in the newly discovered Euphrates Valley, linking accounts from various ancient cultures to the biblical event. God commanded Noah to take 7 pairs of every clean animal and 1 pair of every unclean animal, along with the birds of the air, into the ark. This ensured the preservation of animal diversity after the flood. This point raises several theological discussions. Why different pairs of clean and unclean animals? What implications does this have for our understanding of dietary laws, which are a set of rules prohibiting the consumption of certain foods as described in Leviticus 11? The 7 days of waiting. God then says to Noah, "For in 7 days, I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights." This 7-day delay is significant and offers room for reflection. In recent studies, archaeologists have noted that many ancient myths speak of similar waiting periods before cataclysmic events, like the Epic of Gilgamesh. The flood begins. Finally, the floodgates of heaven were opened, and the rain began to fall in torrents like never before. This was an event of epic proportions, affecting the entire planet. Many scholars speculate that a collision of natural events could have contributed to the conditions described, such as the collapse of a vast ice sheet. The opening of the fountains of the deep. On that day, all the fountains of the great deep burst forth. The description of underground waters gushing out reveals the magnitude of the disaster, which came not only from the heavens but also from the depths of the earth. Geological findings suggest that earthquakes and tsunamis might have triggered or accompanied the event described as the flood in various ancient texts. Genesis 7 invites us to reflect on the fragility and strength of humanity. Moreover, it reminds us of the importance of following the divine paths and having unwavering faith. In our daily lives, we face various floods and daily challenges. Just as Noah found refuge in the ark, where do we find our shelter and salvation today? In the Word of God, have courage, faith, and perseverance. In an ancient era, filled with challenges, faith, and discoveries, we find Noah and his family entering the ark in obedience to God's instructions. The sky begins to close, and the first drops of rain fall, marking the start of the flood that would transform the history of humanity. Noah's obedience symbolizes unwavering faith and trust in divine plans, even in the face of incomprehensible and adverse circumstances. Studies suggest that the ancient Middle East region may have witnessed catastrophic floods, which could have inspired these biblical accounts. The first days of rain. As the days pass, the rains intensify. The water rises rapidly, engulfing the land and everything on it. The ark, however, remains afloat, protecting its precious passengers. Noah's ark is often seen as a symbol of salvation and refuge amidst the storms of life. Remnants of ancient vessels similar to those described in the Bible have been found, suggesting that large floods and shipwrecks were known events in antiquity. The persistence of the flood. 40 days and 40 nights pass, but the rain does not cease. The ark drifts over the endless waters. Amid the chaos outside, Noah and his family remain in prayer, seeking strength and hope. This waiting period symbolizes the prolonged challenges we often face, testing our patience and faith. The long durations of floods are corroborated by geological records of great aquatic catastrophes in ancient eastern regions. The submerged land. All living beings outside the ark perish. Divine judgment is relentless. However, amid the devastation, there is a glimpse of renewal and a new beginning, an opportunity to restore the covenant with the Creator. The flood, despite its destruction, is also a rite of passage to cleanse corruption and initiate a new chapter in creation. Figures like Mount Ararat in Turkey have been investigated by archaeologists seeking connections between flood myths and physical evidence. As we navigate these turbulent waters of Genesis, we reflect on the resilience of faith and the promise of a new beginning. Noah's story reminds us that amid destruction, there is always a chance to start anew. This passage teaches us about trust and renewal. Noah shows us how unwavering faith can guide us through the worst storms. Continuing archaeological investigations and historical studies keep alive the quest for truth and the connection between past and present. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, just as Seth was a symbol of new beginnings, every day is a new opportunity to call upon the name of the Lord. See you next time.